We're going to go Rune Giant as well to support this because I just want to be as annoying as possible. And let's wait. Let's zap. He has to go Skeletons or something, or like Hunter. And the Valkyrie pulled away the Hunter. Oh my god, we just won. We just won. Let's go, dude. That's what I'm talking about. The Evo Valkyrie with the MVP assist. Supercell is gifting us the Evo Valkyrie for Clash Royale's 9th birthday, which means you are in need of a quality deck. So you already know. I got you. But before we do that, I promised to give away 5 Pass Royales in yesterday's video. Thank you to everyone that liked and commented and subscribed on the previous video. I'm so appreciative of all of the support and the engagement. These are the 5 lucky winners selected at random. If you are one of these 5 winners, email me to the email shown on screen with proof of your account and I'll get you taken care of with the Pass Royale. And if you are not chosen for the Pass Royale, I have one more giveaway that I'm doing in today's video. For today's video, I'm going to be giving out 10 of these Howling Berserker emotes. To be entered in this emote giveaway, all you need to do is like, comment, and make sure you are subscribed and you will be entered for the 10 Berserker emotes. Winners to be announced in tomorrow's video. Now that that's all taken care of, let's talk about the Evo Valkyrie. One of, if not the, best defensive cards in all of Clash Royale. So for today's video, I'm going to be walking through 6 of the best Evo Valkyrie decks that you can use right now. So hopefully by the end of the video, we will find one that suits you and your playstyle. So come along for the ride and I promise we will get lots and lots of dubs. Into our first match of the video, rocking the Evo Valkyrie. You know we had to do it. Deck number 1 is Lava Hound. Valkyrie, the good news is she's a very versatile card. She works with so many different deck archetypes. So Lava Hound, if it's not for you, that's fine. We have 4 more decks coming your way, but this is absolutely one of the best deck archetypes, Lava Hound. All right, we're gonna go like this here. We're just gonna chill for a second. I'm gonna zap just so these guards take care of this and we get a little bit of extra damage on the tower. The reason Evo Valkyrie synergizes so incredibly well with this deck is she's one of the best and most versatile ground units in the game. So having her in Lava Hound makes sense. That's why it's kind of replaced Evo Barbarians, because for 1 elixir less, it can do low-key like a way better job. And my opponent, maybe he knows what I'm running or maybe not. Ooh, really bad zap. I tried to delay that Valkyrie intentionally and he overcommitted, so he's going to take damage somewhere. I think it's worth it for me to fire. We're not going to talk about that fireball because we still took his tower anyway, so I'm not going to complain about it. We're just going to zap here to minimize that damage, and we're fine. My opponent is playing hella aggressive, so we're going to go guards high here because they should come back and help out with the barrel. Come on. Yeah, okay, 2 of them did. That's fine. So he's running like a really unorthodox bait deck with mini P.E.K.K.A. I'm not really sure. So unfortunately, you're not going to see a traditional matchup tree, but we're already in a good spot. We're inside of fireball range. I'm prepared to trade towers. Truthfully, I am. So we'll get ready. When we hit 10, we'll just go in for the lava because, like I said, that's inside of fireball range. So Lava Hound on the 2nd or 3rd tower to the right is great. So you see I placed it 2nd to the right there. Prepared to lose this tower. I would like to keep it, though, because that's my healthier tower. So we'll see. With Evo Valkyrie, we can get so many +1 trades. So I feel like he's going to spam me here. I'll get ready to drop my little Valkyrie. Indeed, he does. I don't have a great ground card in cycle. And we're going to zap like this because the Dark Goblin does much more DPS than the Evo Firecracker does. But nonetheless, that's okay. Good Firecracker protection by my opponent. I want to give credit where credit's due, because that was actually very well played. All right, we're going to just cycle our guards in the back here. He needs to respond to that. Oh, beautiful. We're going to go for an Inferno Dragon, Skeleton Dragons, cycle back for our Valkyrie, and we're going to be okay. This guy's doing a really good job of just like applying difficult pressure, like kind of unorthodox pressure. I'm gonna no, I'm just gonna let this go. Just kind of bide my time. I'm gonna go cycle this fireball here. We're gonna wait, go for guard zap here, clean up the defense, and keep our tower here. So now we're in a situation where he kind of has to overcommit to take our tower. Yeah, he goes for the high firecracker. That's really not gonna be enough here. Place our Skeleton Dragons over to the side, high Valkyrie. This guy had a really weird deck, I'm not gonna lie. So we edged him out in the end there. Really happy with how we played. Lava Hound is just one of the easiest and most intuitive decks to play. You know, I'm not going to say it's no skill. It's not like it's a no skill deck, but it's just so strong. The Evo Valkyrie is so strong. So weird unorthodox match, but a confident W. We'll see you in the next game. Into our next match of the video with our next deck. This is the deck that I like to call a hyper bait, so like an extreme bait deck. Shoutouts to HypnoCR for, I would say, popularizing this deck. This deck kind of thrives on incredibly cheap pressure and incredibly cheap defense. So you can see here, there are no cards in our deck that cost more than 4 elixir. This deck is so cheap, and it definitely takes a lot of skill to run this deck. And Evo Valkyrie fits in so well because she's our one anchor of defense. Every other card in this deck is kind of a glass cannon. You can really rely on Valkyrie. So we just ran Lava Hound, and so if you want a deck that's entirely different than that, this one's good. I need to be mindful of like a zap or something. We're gonna go Ice Spear to pull this over to the opposite lane. Looks like my opponent is running Mega Knight. We're gonna try and activate King Tower here. We're gonna go like this and then go for a low Dark Goblin. He's probably gonna spam me, so we're gonna go for a really high Valkyrie, and you can see here, great King Tower activation. We're chilling like a villain. He's gonna continue to try and spam me here, but we're gonna be able to defend just fine. I Ice Spirit to pull everything back, and that was worth it, right? We took some damage to our King Tower, but we got it activated. So the deck I'm going up against is Mega Knight Bridge Spam, really popular last season for whatever reason, and following balance changes will be really good. You can see a little bit of the Princess nerf there in the deploy time, or deploy speed got nerfed a little bit. All right, we're gonna apply some pressure here. Wall Breaker's in the lane where we got damage. We don't really want to go same lane as him. Awesome, he uses the zap, so we're going to be kind of aggressive here. Ooh, one Wall Breaker still connected. Ah, the Skarmy, should have known. Low gang here, he just used the zap. I wouldn't be surprised if that's his only small spell, to be honest. A lot of times when players run Mega Knight, they literally just run one small spell, so we'll see. We'll see. Awesome defense there. Let's go for a Wall Breaker kite like this. If you play it perfectly, it can actually full counter and have both Wall Breakers, but I played it incorrectly. Look at this. Dual lane pressure, dude. That's what this deck does so well. It can be so awkward to defend. And Evo Valkyrie is going to come in clutch against the Mega Knight. I already know. Princess to help out here. One thing we need to watch out for is when they go for Prince, and then they go for a Mega Knight behind it. They always do, dude. That's like their favorite push.
Let's go.
It's the end-all be-all. Alright, so these are going to cancel out. That's fine with me. We're going to pressure with Wall Breakers here in the opposite lane of the bowler. There is the Mega Knight. Could have told you it was coming. But you opted not to do the Prince push with it like I was anticipating. Almost sneaks onto the tower, but unfortunately the bowler does for one shot. And dang, that bowler range is disgusting. I'm not going to lie. Alright, we're going to pressure here in this lane. And we're fine. We took a little bit of damage, but we're all good here. I'm going to apply pressure that he can't really ignore. So that way he can't fully support his Mega Knight. You can see we forced out 3 Elixir there, and it put us in a great situation. Otherwise, he could have fully committed to support the Mega Knight. Now we have the luxury of pressuring both lanes, and from this point we shouldn't lose, right? Because both towers we can pressure. So if he spams us in one lane, we pressure the other. And so from this position in the match, there's no way that we lose. When I see people struggle with this deck, it's because they're pigeonholing themselves into one lane. But now look, he wants to support his bowler. Nope, you can't, because you need to defend that. And once the bowler locks on, we go and we pressure the opposite lane. It's checkmate, man. This deck is so good. Shout out to Evo Valkyrie for being the backbone of this deck. We're going to hold the W. We'll catch you in the next game. Into our next match of the video, this time with deck number 3, Hog Executioner Nado, Hog Executioner Tornado, better known as the Viper deck. Shoutouts to Viper, the French YouTuber who popularized this deck. So good at the game, one of the best to ever do it. We're going to try and activate King Tower here. I think I played that Nado early, rip. Yeah, I played the Nado early, I got a little antsy there, but that's a great King Tower activation. We'll try and see if we can pull that off later in the match. Looks like he's going to be playing Bridge Spam, maybe Mega Knight Bridge Spam or something like that. This deck is one of the hardest decks in the entire game to use. Like, genuinely. The defenses are hard, you don't have the building, you need to rely on Tornado and Executioner and Valkyrie. And that's hard for a lot of people. Those cards are difficult to use. We're going to go like this here. Ice Spirit to full counter these bats, hopefully. Oh, we missed 2 of them. That's what I'm talking about, man. Some of the defenses are difficult in terms of the micro placements that you have to do. So he's going to start off getting 2,000 damage on our tower. Now, that's pretty rough. But this deck, if you play it perfectly, you can win a lot of matchups. But it's not easy. It's not easy. Good news is, our deck does pretty good against Dagger Duchess, especially when you go in for a Hog behind a Valkyrie or something like that. The key will be just not giving too much Mega Knight value. It's easier said than done. Alright, we're gonna not go for King Tower activation. We've already taken so much damage that it's not always worth it. In fact, it's often not worth it. Alright, we're gonna go Hog Rider here. Just get the Mega Knight out of hand. I don't expect too much from this, but any damage is fine. Okay, Prince comes down. We're gonna get 2 shots. Oh, 1 shot only. Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna save my Valk for the Mega Knight. I think that's wise. Go for an Ice Spirit here. Just keep the Prince from charging. I think we spaced it perfectly where he doesn't charge onto that either. So we can bring this game back. I mean, the deck that we're playing against is one of the most popular decks last season. Mega Knight, Spam, yeah, with the Queen. It's a really good deck for good reason. I understand why it was so popular. So we're going to go Log here. And if he activates the ability, we can go for like a Nado last second. Yeah, so we're ready for that. And we're just going to go for defensive Hog Rider here. I think that's one of the best. Oh. I was like, I'm pretty sure that works normally, so. Oh. Beautiful defense. Okay, we lived. Believe it or not. Okay, he's probably going to plop a Mega Knight down in front of this. I'm actually going to let those go because this is going to be a one-tower game, so I'm just going to take a chill build. And because he played those, he actually couldn't afford to go in for a Mega Knight. So we're going to... Ooh, I don't agree with that Bandit, actually. Ooh, he's so low on Elixir. Let's log because all he has is Goblins. Ooh, all he has is Goblins. I don't know if he can afford a Mega Knight. He can't afford a Mega Knight, so we're going to keep spamming him until he maybe pops a Mega Knight down, but because he's low on daggers, this might be what we need. We're going to tornado this into the opposite lane, so it's not going to help out with the Hog Rider. What a tornado! What a tornado! That tornado is maybe going to win us the entire match. That is insane, and he doesn't have a Queen ability. Nice, dude. That is why this deck is so cool, dude. You can do such insane things, such creative pressure, and just steal the match. So, shoutouts to Viper for, you know, originating this deck, I think, and it was a wonderful comeback. So, GG's to that guy. We're going to hold it, and I'll see you in the next game. Into our next game with deck number 4. I don't know if I should be showing y'all this deck. I'm concerned about putting this deck out in the public, but against my better judgment, I'm going to do it. It is this Rune Giant spam deck. This deck is really popular. At least variants of this deck are very, very popular. So the Evo Valkyrie synergizes very well with a lot of the cards in this deck. So we're just gonna play it once. If you use it, if people ask where you got it from, you didn't get it from me. You didn't get it from me. You got it from another Clash Royale YouTuber. Yeah, this deck's really good. It's really good, man. A lot of people hate playing against Rune Giant. I get it. We're going to go Goblins high here. Let my little prince go. It's not the end of the world. We'll go Miter off to the side, just kind of to cycle. Looks like we're going to be up here. Wow, good catch. Against Royal... Well, probably, yeah. Probably a Royal Giant. Alright, we'll just cycle our Valkyrie here. We need to be mindful of him getting like a King Tower activation with the Rune Giant. But it wouldn't be the worst thing ever. Alright. Once again, I'm just going to cycle my Zap here. We'll probably go for a Fisherman again. Yeah, and the world spins on. He might go in here, actually. I'm going to have my Inferno Dragon at the ready. Oh, he might just take the Fireball value. Yeah, he does. That makes a lot of sense. We're kind of just dancing around each other. We're kind of just feeling each other out. Okay, we're going to go Miner. I'm going to switch lanes here. I could have played it on the inside and tanked for both sides, but he's going to eat a lot of Miner damage. I'm cool with that. Let's go Inferno Dragon early. And Evo Valkyrie is going to do a great job on this. I think I played it a little late there. That's my fault, but that's okay. That's fine. We're going to go Rune Giant as well to support this because I just want to be as annoying as possible. And let's wait. Let's zap. He has to go Skeletons or something, or like Hunter. And the Valkyrie pulled away the Hunter. Oh my god, we just won. We just won. Let's go, dude. That's what I'm talking about. The Evo Valkyrie with the MVP assist. He's probably just going to throw in the towel, so we're going to Goblin Curse. Oh, he's not going to throw in the towel. Man, just give up. It's okay. It happens. Wow, we're going to give him the okay because he didn't just throw in the towel. I guess I respect it. Man had to spend his entire Elixir bar on that. We're up a lot of Elixir as well, which is nice. We're going to be ready if he spams us opposite lane because he's seen me cycle a lot of cards. Okay. Interesting. We're going to boost all of these up with the Rune Giant. And I think my man realized, I'm sure he was like, what am I defending for? You know what I mean? So that was a great W. We're going to go ahead, curse this up. We're going to give him the GGs. No need to be toxic. So great game to that guy. Great win and nice outplay by us. We're going to hold it. We'll see you in our next match. Into the next match of the video, we are going to be rocking this Icebow deck. Shoutouts to Icebow, one of the most defensive and hardest to use decks in the game. We have one more deck after this, a bonus deck that we're going to be rocking. He goes with the Giant Skeleton. We're just going to set up a defensive Expo. This deck and the Viper deck are probably the two hardest decks to use, in my opinion, but they're incredibly strong. The risk-reward is there, right? Like, it's a hard deck to use, but it's worth it if you can learn how to play it. Don't see a lot of Giant Skeleton, but I will say the players that do use Giant Skeleton, they love it, man. It's kind of like a cult low-key. They are just committed to the card, and I absolutely respect it. Good defense there by us. Holy moly, I was not expecting that. Valkyrie, Evo Valkyrie gonna save us in this deck apparently. He's probably running some like weird clone deck or something like that. I don't really understand, to be completely honest. We're gonna wait here, and we're gonna go for the log. Just want to delay it a little bit. Because the skeletons like continue to spawn afterwards. It's like a graveyard. So probably a clone deck. I mean, this guy's relatively high up at the start of the season for running a deck like this, so they probably know what they're doing. I'm gonna go ahead and cycle a Tesla high here. It's fine to do when you're running this deck, especially in single Elixir, if you don't feel comfortable going for the Expo. Could Could have gone for an Expo and just, you know, try to see how he wanted to defend. And we'll just do that. We're going to go Expo here. Not really going to support it. Maybe I can go for a cheeky Tornado or something. But I'm just going to let it go. It's going to die to the Giant Skeleton. In the future, we'll try and outcycle it. Yeah, Tesla's going to help clean all that up. So we don't really got to worry about this too much. But I didn't really expect to break through. We do need to be mindful of cycling our log. We're going to go low Valkyrie here so he can't snipe it as easily with the Witch like he did last time. Evo Valkyrie's going to come in clutch in this matchup, I can already tell. Like on defense and things. She's going to be great. We'll drop the Ice Wizard and back to support. Maybe try and cycle back to our Expo quickly. Ah, nice. No mini P.E.K.K.A. in hand. So what we're going to do is we're going to go Skeletons here. And I'll probably set up for a high Tesla. And we're going to go in for the Expo right now. You can probably get some cards down here. Definitely will be able to get cards down. And Evo Zap, interesting play there that he just like kind of cycled the Evo Zap. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but I don't really know. Alright, we're going to go with our Valkyrie here and just let this Expo go. It's dead. Don't really need to worry about it. Do get a small little lock though, which is nice. And when you play this deck, like, you really need to celebrate the little things. Like, the little bits of damage with this deck are nice. You gotta take what you can get. Oh, I didn't mean to play that Expo. Okay, we're not gonna talk about that Expo. Don't blame me in the comments. That was an accident. He still played troops down, though. He doesn't know that I misclicked it. That was 100% a misclick. It's just unfortunate that we did it and kind of wasted my Evo Tesla. Alright. Let's take a chill pill here. We're going to wait. We're going to go for a high Valkyrie and a low Tesla. We're going to Tornado this back and just let it go. I mean, so I hate to say it. I hate to do it to him. But this deck is really defensive. And if we play perfectly, my man cannot break through. It'd be like that, bro. Expo players, they're a special breed, man. They're a special breed. I'm just going to say it. They like it. They like the slow, drawn-out matchups. And it ain't for everyone. But it might be time to park the bus here soon enough. Because I don't think this guy has a big spell. I don't think he has anything. So catch us just parking this bus, man. We're going to park it. We're going to go for the dual lane Expo push. I don't expect to break through here unless I Tornado this away. Nope, he was ready for it. I tried something cheeky. Expo players love doing that. Okay, he'll be able to get the Giant Skeleton down. So like I said, don't expect to break through here necessarily. I'm just going to cycle a log. Just let this go. We save this deck till the end for a reason. Some people think it's boring. Other people say it's just strategic. I think it's the same thing. Sometimes. Okay, we're going to go for the high Expo here. I could rocket that, but it's not a big deal. We're going to go high Valkyrie. Skeletons and get a second Expo down. Kind of diagonally placed. When you play this, you just got to pretend you're playing Clash of Clans, basically. Because at this point, I don't really know if we're going to break through, so we're just going to go for a second Expo. Log this back to keep our Expo healthy here. And Tornado this back. Nice. He goes for that. We're just going to go for a high Tesla. At what point, you know, is it considered bullying? I don't know. I think we're okay for now, to be completely honest. So we're going to go for a defensive Expo here. And, you know, if this guy BMs me, I probably deserve it. But, man, this deck is so strong. The fundamentals of this deck are insane. We're going to go ahead and get ready to cycle a Rocket. Just for extra assurance in case he has, like, I don't know, a Mega Rocket or something in his deck. High Tesla. We're going to give him the GGs, too. No reason to BM. I mean, we obviously had a hard counter. And that's the thing about this deck is sometimes you just destroy people. It is what it is, man. Yeah, I knew he was going to BM. I called it. Anyways, this deck is incredibly strong. There are a lot of better players with it than me. But that's one way you can play it. Hope that showed how strong this deck is. We're going to hold that W and see you in our last match. Let's go. Into our last match of the video. If you've made it this far, shout outs to you. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. I saved the best deck for last. An underground deck no one knows about. I didn't find it on Roll API. It is known as the Nick W deck. Nick W, one of my clanmates, he runs this deck. He's very talented with it. I'm going to try and do it justice. But this deck is pretty crazy. You can see it on screen. It's quite nuts. You can kind of set up a push with the Prince and the Valkyrie and the Little Prince, and it can be really awkward for your opponents to defend. Okay, what I need here is nice, my Buried lives, so we're just going to go for a late Inferno Tower and should clean everything up. We might have to go for a Valkyrie if he zaps. We'll see if he does. No, he doesn't. He just lets it go. So yeah, this deck, it really catches players off guard. It's really fun to play. We'll see if in Double Elixir we can set up the Prince charge with the Valkyrie and the Little Prince. We'll see. Alright, we're going to cycle our Magic Archer in the back. Looks like we're going up here against P.E.K.K.A. with the newly buffed Electro Wizard. Alrighty. You should just cancel out. I'm not really gonna, you know, overthink it. Fortunately, I gave him the lineup, so that was a mistake on my end. It is what it is, though. Alright. Okay, so he just goes for the Ghost. We're gonna go Prince into that, and he'll probably peck into that. Then we can go for an Inferno Tower, and things will trade out. He should have to respond to that Valkyrie, though. Pretty smart kite on my opponent's end. I think that's a really intelligent defense. I want to log as well, just to keep it from connecting on my tower. Okay, we're actually going to go crazy here. Okay, this is kind of what I mean. Wait for it, wait for it. You want to delay the ability for as long as possible, because the Guardian pretty much like spawned on their tower. You can see how close the Guardian got and how much pressure this applies. And look at this, dude. We're probably going to take his entire tower. Jeff Tower's so bad sometimes, man. I think that Zap was a bit of an overcommitment. You can see it. He lost his entire tower. The Nick W deck. Not trying to give too much information. So that's how you play that deck in a nutshell. Obviously, the defense is very difficult for them to break through. It's damn near impossible with the Inferno Tower, the Evo Valkyrie, the Prince. It is designed for defense and offense. Honestly, it does everything. Okay, makes sense there. We're going to go Marcher here. I mean, I'm not going to overcommit. We really just shouldn't lose from this position. Like I said, our deck is so incredibly strong. I'll go high Valkyrie as well, just to keep my Magic Archer healthy. And we're going to go in with the Prince here. Ooh, let's get a charge. Come on. Beautiful. Beautiful. Second Magic Archer down. An alternative win condition is Magic Archer lineups on the tower, which we got a little bit there, but nothing too crazy. We're just going to chill here, wait on the arrows. Yes, exactly. I wanted to wait because of the, I had a feeling the Battle Ram was coming down. We're going to go for a low Valkyrie here and secure this W. So GG's to that P.E.K.K.A player. He probably didn't know what deck I was running because, like I said, this deck it's underground a little bit. So we're going to hold that W with the Nick deck, and we're going to see y'all in the outro. And that is going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. Good luck with the Evo Valkyrie. Don't forget to claim the gifts leading up to it, you need to log in and collect these gifts prior to unlocking the Evo Valkyrie. Then you can have it for free. So shout outs to Supercell. Happy birthday to Clash Royale. Have some fun with these decks. And comment your favorite Evo Valkyrie deck if I missed one. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in another video real soon. Peace out.